Hello, everyone, and welcome back. As always, I'm your girl, Candy Washington, and I am the host of the Soft Life podcast. But before we dive in, oh, you guys, breaking news literally just broke from Us Weekly that Kim Zolciak-Biermann is filing for divorce from her husband, Kroy Biermann, after 11 years of marriage. Now, this comes on the heels of it being revealed that they were also slapped with a $1.1 million tax lien. Now, we all know over the last few months, there's been talk of them being bankrupt, them losing their house, foreclosures, this, that, and the third. And also, the timing is interesting because, as we know, season 15 of The Real Housewives of Atlanta just aired last night. So, lots of stuff going on. But before we dive in, you know what to do. Go ahead and like the video, subscribe, and share. And join our newsletter. It's in the little description box. So with that, let's dive right on in. So this is according to Us Weekly. All right. It says the end of an era. Kim Zolciak-Biermann filed for divorce from husband Kroy Biermann after 11 years of marriage. The Real Housewives of Atlanta alum, 44, listed the couple's date of separation as April 30th in court documents obtained by TMZ on Monday, May 8th. The Bravo personality and the former NFL player, 37, share 4 children: sons Kroy, KJ Jr., 11, and Cash, 10. Don't forget the drama about Cash. Now it seems really petty, but remember when Candy said that she wanted to name like the next child she had, if she had a son, she said that she wanted to name him Cash, and then Kim had a child before and then named her child Cash. Anyway, just want to throw a little tea in there. But let's keep going. And twins, Kaya and Kane, 9. Biermann also adopted his estranged wife's 2 daughters from previous relationships, Brielle, 26, and Ariana, 21. News of the couple's divorce comes amid speculation about their financial woes. In February, Us Weekly confirmed that the duo's 5-bedroom Georgia mansion is in foreclosure. An auction of the home was scheduled that month, but later canceled by the law office of Brock and Scott PLLC. The pair purchased the 6,900 square foot residence in 2012 for $880,000. The twosome, who wed in 2011, defaulted on their mortgage payments in August of 2022 before Trust Bank began its foreclosure proceedings on the mansion, which is located in the Manor Golf and Country Club in Alpharetta, Georgia. An auction was initially scheduled for March 7th. The story is developing. Let's get a couple more details on that, okay? So this is from Radar Online, and they have the exclusive details. It says Kim Zolciak and husband Kroy accused of owing $1.1 million in back taxes. IRS slaps couple with lien. Now, before we dive into this, let's think about it. Do we think that the divorce is because they actually want to separate? Or do we think that the divorce is a part of some type of legal move, some type of legal strategy? Like, you know how we had Erica Jane say she was divorcing and separating from Tom Girardi when all the fraud stuff came out. You know, we had Lala Kent ending her engagement to Randall Emmett when all of his fraud stuff came out. You know, do we think that the divorce is somehow their way of separating finances, trying to protect things? Or do we think, like, of the majority of marriages, you know, money and sex are usually the 2 biggest reasons why people get divorced. And if they're being foreclosed on, tax liens, bankruptcy, foreclosures, all of that stuff, that's a huge stress on any marriage. But imagine also having as many kids as they have. I think they have 6. You know, it's a blended family, but I think that's like 6 kids. That's a lot. You know, I know that her daughter, I believe it was Ariana, had got the DUI either last year or earlier this year. She was hit with a DUI. I think Brielle is pregnant. I think she's like 24 around there, it said, which is, you know, young, but, you know, you can get pregnant when you're of age. And as long as everything's, you know, up in the up, but that's a lot. DUIs, pregnancies, foreclosures, $1.1 million tax liens. And then not to mention, there was talk that Kim also was a huge gambler, that she had a gambling addiction, and maybe that's where all the money went. So who knows? And then there was also family trouble too. And don't worry, I'm going to get back to the Radar Online article, but I just wanted to add in all these extra details. Also, don't forget that there was the family drama. As we know, Kim Zolciak had been very estranged with her family, and it happened with her parents even more so after her marriage. And then I also believe his family, they also became estranged with as well. And they basically were like, well, we need to put our nuclear family first, which I take that two streets with that one, right? On one hand, I agree. Just because family is family doesn't mean family is healthy. So if it's the healthiest thing for you and your nuclear immediate family to separate from extended family, 100%. But sometimes if you are with someone who is isolating you, or who is toxic, or who is abusive in any way, whether it's mental, emotional, or financial, they will try and separate you from family. I'm not saying that's what happened here, but it's something to think about when we talk about all of this stuff, okay? So here we go. Ex-Real Housewives of Atlanta star Kim Zolciak and her husband Kroy have been slapped with a federal tax lien, accusing them of owing a seven-figure debt back in taxes, Radar Online has learned. According to the official records obtained by Radar Online, the IRS filed a federal tax lien against the duo on April 11th. The lien accused the couple of owing $103,000 for 2013, $330,000 for 2017, and $714,000 for 2018. The grand total of the lien comes to $1.1 million. The full amount is $1,147,834.67. The IRS warned the lien would be placed against all property owned by the Biermann family. All property. So that means any houses they have, any boats, any cars, any rental properties, all property owned by them, not just the house, but all of the property. And as we know, the house has gone into foreclosure. So I don't even know if they own that anymore. I'm not exactly sure how foreclosure works. I don't know, does the bank own it now? The state? I don't know. But I guess, find out, you guys. Get on it. But that's crazy. So the IRS warned the lien would be placed against all property. The tax drama comes months after the couple's Georgia home narrowly avoided being foreclosed on. So it narrowly avoided it, okay? Back in February, the home was taken off the list of properties for sale at a public auction. So it narrowly escaped being auctioned off. The law office of Brock and Scott PLLC said the foreclosure auction was canceled, but did not provide details for the last-minute cancellation. That to me sounds like they were able to either get a loan from a bank or a family member or a friend or who knows, and they maybe were able to pay whatever payment they had to make in order to save the house, which is good, because at the end of the day, I don't care who you are, no, I don't want to see anybody house foreclosed on. Is Kim my favorite person in the world? No, I don't know her. You know what I'm saying? I don't want anybody to have their house foreclosed on, particularly when you have younger children, So I'm happy that they were able to save it. But then this $1.1 million tax lien, this is what I don't understand. I feel like so many of these reality stars have these tax liens. Ariana Madix, Vanderpump Rules, has like a $37K tax lien against her. Jax Taylor, also on Vanderpump Rules, had a tax lien. And they're just coming to mind because we talk about Vanderpump so much, but I know a ton of the other people have. I just don't understand, why are you not paying your taxes? It's crazy. Another big reason I said this earlier, but now that I said, why aren't you paying it? Like people said, she allegedly, let me put my banner on. She allegedly has a huge gambling problem, which could explain why you've had your own spin-off TV show. I think they had Tardy for the Party for like 8 seasons. You know, he had his whole NFL career, all of that, different side stuff going on, different side businesses. But that could explain why your house is almost foreclosed on. You owe $1 million in taxes if you have a problem. You know, if you're gambling your family's money away instead of paying your taxes or paying your mortgages, you know, that's a problem. That's an addiction, and you should get help for it if that's the case, you know? All right, let's keep going. As RadarOnline.com previously reported, Kim and her husband's $2.6 million mansion was set to go to the highest bidder on March 7th. Trust Bank had claimed the couple defaulted on their $1.6 million mortgage and hired a law firm to begin foreclosure proceedings in 2022. The debt secured by said security deed has been and is hereby declared due because of, among other possible events of default, failure to pay the indebtedness as and when due and in the manner provided by the note and security deed, the official notice read. Sources close to Kim said she had been telling everyone this is a misunderstanding and is being sorted out. The reality star even took to social media to deny the claims she is being forced to move out of her home. As Radar Online first reported, on top of her tax debt, Kim has been dragged to court by American Express over a $215,000 bill she has refused to pay. I'm going to stop there for a second. A $215,000 bill from American Express. Look, these credit card companies, to be perfectly honest, I don't care if you ever get your money back, because it's so funny to me how if you are a regular smegular person, right? You're a regular person, regular credit card, regular bank loan, regular mortgage, you can't, make your payments. They're coming after your credit score. They are cutting your credit card off. They're calling you all the time. They're taking your house and blah, 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 for like little minimal things, right? Your little regular smuggler credit card. But then you have these like fake celebrities or actual celebrities or these quote unquote influential people. Take like a Tom Girardi, for example. They let these people, or even like an Alec Murdaugh, right? They let these people run up these bills for hundreds of thousands of dollars. And they keep giving and extending and giving and extending and all of this, that, and the third, and saving houses. Like, it's so disgusting to me, because any regular smuggler person, their house would have been snatched up. They wouldn't have had a $215K credit line to keep going. But when you get these celebrities, when you get these, quote, allegedly rich people, these, quote, powerful, influential people, right? They let them run. They let them run with the credit, run with this, that, and the third. We've seen it time and time again. Look at Tom Girardi. Look at Alec Murdaugh. He just had a huge case. He cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, ended up taking the lives of his wife and son, all because he was trying to evade being found out about his fraud. And he was owing American Express and all these other banks, giving him hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars. And those are just the examples that have been in the news lately, but it happens all of the time. And this is not me bashing wealthy people or rich people. I don't think that they're wrong or bad or evil. That's not the mindset that I have. I'm talking more about the institutions that we have in place that unfortunately sometimes really screws over your average person and caters to people who should actually be able to pay the frickin' bill. You know what I mean? Anyway, let me get off my soapbox and get back to it. Okay. Over the past couple of years, the credit card company has attempted to seize her Bravo paychecks with little success. See, how are you trying to seize her Bravo paychecks with little success? I bet you if somebody was working at McDonald's, I bet you they'd be able to seize that McDonald's paycheck. All right, again, let me get off my soapbox. All right, let me get off. I need to go into like politics or something. All right. Okay. All right, so that was it, you guys. That was it. Stick around, candy canes. I'm about to take your candy canes question and comments. But before I do that, you know what to do. Go ahead, like the video, subscribe, and share, and put it down below. What do you think about this? What do you think about, Kroy and Kim divorcing, her filing for divorce? I'm of two minds. One, is it real, or is it their way of trying to figure out how to either stall or divide up assets because, their house almost got foreclosed on. They have $1.1 million in tax liens. They have 6 kids running around, people getting DUIs, you know, all of that stuff, family tensions and drama. So, do you think it's real that they really are divorcing? Or do you think it's their way of somehow trying to do something legally to separate stuff? I kind of think, I don't know. I don't know. I got to read more into it. Also, what do you think is the true core of their financial problems? Is it the fact that she has a gambling problem that has been reported allegedly, and that's what's going on? Like, do you think that's where the money issues are coming from? Or do you think they've just been living above their means? I don't know. Put it down below. Let me know what you guys think. Okay. So, with that, let's take some of your candy cane questions